Hello everyone! The following is a summary of floods, a natural disaster which is profound information about human strength in facing disasters, and at the same time, a call for solidarity to combat the negative effects of climate change. Now, let's go. In August 2021, Turkey witnessed a terrible flood, affecting many provinces and cities. The worst affected areas include Rize Province, Trabzon Province, and Istanbul City. The flood occurred due to prolonged and overwhelming heavy rain in the area for a long time. The consequences of the flood were very serious. Dozens of people were killed and hundreds more injured. Roads, bridges, and infrastructure were destroyed or submerged, creating great difficulties for travel and relief. Many residential areas, shops, and businesses were flooded or destroyed, causing loss of property and people's lives. Greece is facing a phenomenon when a storm hits the country, causing heavy rains, causing massive floods, breaking dams, washing away bridges and roads, and rolling cars onto the roads. The historic storm flooded much of the country's relatively flat plains. Rainfall exceeded 800 millimeters in less than 48 hours, exceeding the record in Greek history. People in some areas had to take shelter on rooftops to avoid floods higher than 2 meters. Heavy rain lasted for many consecutive days, causing rivers, streams, and forest ponds across the country to overflow. Residential areas were submerged in water, and many houses were destroyed or swept away. Rivers overflow, causing flash floods and landslides, moving rocks and trees. Roads were destroyed, cutting off traffic and hindering access to affected areas. The electricity and telecommunication systems were also interrupted, paralyzing the daily activities of the population. Floodwaters flooded the villagers. The economic consequences of the flood were also very serious. Many businesses, restaurants, hotels, and farms were destroyed or suffered heavy damage. A period of heavy rain occurred in southwest China, while water levels on the Yangtze River and Tongting Lake slowly receded. According to information, the water level will slowly recede and may increase again. Flood prevention work in a serious situation must be very careful to bring people to safe areas. Floods covered a large area in many eastern states of India. forcing people to abandon their homes to seek shelter. Many roads turned into rivers, so people had to use small boats to move. The floodwaters flooded all the houses and streets, leaving the livestock with no place to live. It's really pitiful for them. In the summer of 2021, Chinese people witnessed a terrible flood in many provinces and cities. The provinces with the greatest influence include Hubei, Hunan, Anhui, Zhejiang, and Henan. The flood was caused by heavy rains that continued and flooded the area for a long period of time. The consequences of the flood were significant. Hundreds of people were killed, and millions more were displaced from their homes. Dams, roads, and transportation systems were destroyed or submerged, severely hindering movement and relief. People are having to bear the burden of wading through floodwaters. Roads are destroyed, cutting off traffic and hindering access to affected areas. The electricity and telecommunication systems were also interrupted, paralyzing the daily activities of the population. The latest information from July 21, 2023, is that heavy rainfall caused major flood disasters in 26 Chinese provinces, with more than 11 million people losing their homes. But people also suspect that the government is also secretly discharging. The water in the dams is not yet full, making the flood worse. Rivers also have strong water levels higher than the warning level on July 26th, leading to people's lives being in danger. Forecasting even more heavy rain in these areas, the meteorological team has posting a yellow alert level is the second alert level in a 4-level warning system, which means the rainfall has reached 50 mm or more in the past 6 hours. Specifically, the provinces of Hunan, Huzhou, Hubei, Sizhou, and Jiangsu will have heavy rain within the next 24 hours. Dams, roads, and transportation systems are destroyed or submerged in water, causing serious obstructions. Important for movement and relief. In the embankment area from afternoon to evening, it rained all day, leading to flooding in many places, especially in urban areas where the water level was higher than 1 meter. Small vehicles were not allowed to pass, while motorbikes parked in front of shops or many residential areas were submerged in floodwater, causing heavy damage. Thanks for your watching. Hope you have time to feel about climate change. Please like, share, and subscribe to get more of our updates every day. Goodbye and see you again.